When was the last time you recited Humpty Dumpty or Hickory Dickory Dock with a child? Well, for generations, nursery rhymes were one of the first literacy experiences children had. Today, many parents and even some teachers know only a handful of them. Yet these simple rhymes still have tremendous value for helping children build the skills they need before learning to read. I'm Dr. Sheila Tate, a reading methods instructor, and I work with future teachers on how to teach reading effectively in real classrooms. Today, I want to talk about one of the most overlooked tools in early literacy, nursery rhymes. So, nursery rhymes have been around for hundreds of years. Long before children learned to read from textbooks, they learned language through songs, chants, rhymes, and stories that were shared from one generation to the next. Parents and grandparents would recite them at bedtime or while traveling, during playtime, or simply to entertain children. The children probably didn't even realize they were learning, but they were. Well, today's families have access to more books, educational toys, and technology than ever before. And while those are wonderful resources, many nursery rhymes simply aren't being passed from one generation to the next as often as they once were. And many adults can remember only a few nursery rhymes from their own childhood, and some have never heard of many of the classics. As a result, children may be missing out on an easy and enjoyable way to build early literacy skills. So, why are nursery rhymes still so important? Well, because they naturally develop many of the skills children need before they begin formal reading instruction. Many nursery rhymes are built around words that rhyme, and as children hear words that sound alike, they begin developing phonological awareness. That's the ability to hear and work with sounds in spoken language. This is one of the strongest predictors of future reading success. Nursery rhymes also have a natural rhythm. Children begin hearing patterns in language and learning to listen carefully and anticipating what comes next. These listening skills support language development and later reading fluency. Many nursery rhymes include words that children don't hear every day. Words like pail, tuffet, curds, or way might sound unfamiliar, but that's okay. Those unfamiliar words become wonderful opportunities for conversation. You could simply ask, I wonder what that word means. Let's explore it together. Because nursery rhymes are repetitive, children quickly begin predicting what comes next. Soon, they'll finish the last line for you or notice when you intentionally leave out a word. These playful moments strengthen memory and encourage active participation. Nursery rhymes also encourage conversation. Questions like, why do you think Jack fell down the hill? What happened after Humpty Dumpty fell? Or what do you think happens next? There isn't always one right answer. The goal is to get children talking, thinking, and using language. And perhaps most importantly, nursery rhymes are fun. You can clap the rhythm, act out the story, change your voice, or make silly motions. Children learn best when they're engaged and enjoying the experience. So, what can you do? You don't need to memorize dozens of nursery rhymes overnight. Start with one or two familiar favorites, read them several times during the week, and talk about the rhyming words. Clap the rhythm, ask questions, act them out. Before long, your child will probably begin saying them right along with you. Well, if you're wondering where to start, visit your local library. Most libraries have wonderful collections of Mother Goose and traditional nursery rhymes. Your children's librarian can also recommend books that are appropriate for your child's age and interest. I've put together a free nursery rhyme guide that includes some of my favorite rhymes and the literacy skills they teach. There are also simple activities you could do at home. You can find the link below in the description. Nursery rhymes don't teach children to read all by themselves. What they do is build many of the language skills that make learning to read easier. They're simple, engaging, and they've been helping children develop language for generations. If you remember one thing, it's this: Nursery rhymes may seem simple, but they are one of the easiest and most enjoyable ways to build the language, listening, and sound awareness skills that prepare children for reading. If you have a literacy question, feel free to share it. I'd love to answer it in a future video. And if you'd like to get started, I've created a free nursery rhyme guide with my favorite rhymes and literacy skills they teach, with simple activities you can do at home. You can find the link below.